Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome to J.ill,
Yeah.
a production of iHeartRadio.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Peace and love, y'all. Jill Scott presents J.ill with my sister friends.
Aja
and Laiya.
And I'm Jill Scott.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? I hope you are doing well. We are here chit-chatting. You know how we do. We are going to talk about some white people shit that we never thought in a million years that we would be interested in. And more than that we would love.
Oh, I love it.
Love.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, I am immediately of the thinking that none of this is actually white people shit at all. That I venture to say, out of the box, that 85% of the stuff we're going to talk about today, maybe even 90, originated with the blacks to begin with.
Because it all started with us? Yes.
Because it all started with us!
The blacks.
Yo, can we, as we do this list, can we analyze and really decide if this started with the blacks? I like that idea.
I like it too. Let's go forth.
Who want to go first?
Oh, okay. I'm going to keep it simple. I got a couple of these things, okay?
Okay.
So my first one is jacuzzi outside in the winter.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's black people shit, you know, but let's discuss.
That's definitely not, that's not black people shit.
Ha-ha. I'm waiting for something.
However,
Wait a minute.
what I will say is that black people don't fuck with the cold. So we're going to figure out a way to bring the summer situation into the winter situation at some point.
Let me say this. Going skiing. Let's start off with the Poconos. That's
skiing.
That's level C. Let's just go to level C, entry level skiing, snowmobiling, all of that. I saw every now and then some white folks outside in the bathing suits. I said, these people are nuts. They are out of their entire minds for being outside, first of all, in the cold. It's freezing cold. There's snow on the ground. Stupid. That was my opinion.
Have you done that thing that rich white people do? Have you gone to, where is that, in Ireland or Scotland, where it's like snow and then people jump into the warm springs? This is like a thing where there's like stars in the sky that you've never seen before. What is this place called?
So really, this is some rich people shit we talking about.
Rich white people, but that's rich white. That's a rich white remix.
Well, this is where I am with it. Okay, this is where I am with it. All right. So level A, Aspen.
Okay.
Going to Aspen and seeing all of these white folks in this jacuzzi outside, it's freezing. We walk by them, we got on coats and hats and scarves and gloves and long johns and all of it, just trying to stay warm. Hand warmers in our shoes. Because we black and we used to being warm or want to be, so we don't know much about this. I talked more shit than a little bit about these crazy fools. And then our friends that were with us had on their bathing suits and they went to the jacuzzi. I stood by the window and I talked shit about them too. I said, trying to be
bougie blacks.
Trying to be something. I don't even know what they trying to
bougie.
be. All bougie.
My girlfriend calls them the brunch blacks.
I talked about that. The first trip. Second trip, we go back to Aspen again, and I find that I love this place because it's so low-key and everybody is chilling. You know, they think I'm the nanny or something. You know, which family are you with? I was like,
wow.
Wow. Which family are you with? I was like, okay. Anyway, so at the time I was married to L Boogie Lizelle. What's up, La? And yeah, so we were like, all right, come on, let's do this. Let's just do it. Like, look, we're here. Let's do it. Man, when I tell you, the walk to it, I cursed at myself. I called myself.
You ain't wear your fur?
What fur? I didn't have fur. I called myself all kinds of dumb idiots, dumb bitches. I did. And I got in that water, and it enveloped my body. And it was cold outside, but that fresh, crisp air on the tip of my head and my whole body submerged in this hot-ass boiling water. When I tell you... Oh,
Heaven.
I was like, I've been missing this. The relaxation, the whole juxtapose of that super, super hot and that super, super cold, what it did to my body. I got out the water.
I'm curious
and
now.
walked back to the room with my bathing suit on.
What was on your feet?
I had the boots. I put on some boots.
Yes. I need a picture.
White people fun weekend. You was skiing and in the jacuzzi in the wintertime.
No, bitch, skiing in Aspen.
Hey.
That's level 3. Yeah, level 3.
That's level 3. That's level 1.
No. We're talking Switzerland. Now you're at the A game.
How about that?
Oh, when I say level 1, I guess I'm thinking the opposite, like A1. But y'all going, okay, 1
You went from
that's
Poconos to Aspen, and then after that would be Switzerland, skiing the Alps, which is a
That's
whole
the
other
dream.
That's everything.
Man,
That's the dream.
I'm going to skip that, though. I'm particularly black in my blackness, and now that I'm over 40, it's a couple things that over 40 black people ain't trying to do is be cold and fall.
What?
So I feel as if
Asia,
that time has passed for me.
well,
that's 50 and 60. That's not 40. We worried about falling and breaking bones? Oh my God.
well, listen, I have to say that I can't ski. I've hired several world-class ski instructors, and I cannot ski. I can go
Not
down.
even on the kids slope. You're not even.
I can get down the slope. I can. My problem is that I cannot stop. I can't stop.
You're supposed to put your feet there. You're supposed to go into a B shape.
Yes,
it's a B shape.
right.
Yeah. Okay, but your feet won't let your feet
No,
go.
my feet do it, but I still go. I can turn to the side like you're supposed to, like that shush you're looking for.
That's fly.
I can turn to the side, but I still go. I don't know why I can't stop. I have fallen into ditches. I have crashed into small buildings. I have crashed into a tree. I'm good.
I fell off a ski lift as it was coming down. I just got off too fast and I busted my lip.
Like,
But I tried, and that's what it's about, black people trying these fun things that white people have a tendency to do more than us.
see, here's the deal is that they get an opportunity or have had an opportunity to frolic, to play, to enjoy. And this is kind of new to a lot of us.
It is.
It's kind of to the idea of just enjoying life. The simplicities of life. Going skiing in the winter. Some of us have had that opportunity, but a lot of us from the hood don't know what you're talking about. Going outside and getting snowballs and making sure they're not yellow.
Also, I just want to say, if you do things since you was little, by the time you get in your 20s and 30s, it's like, okay, you got the vibe.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We out here starting things when we finally got enough money to go somewhere and some disposable income. And we out here, and these mugs been doing this mess since
generations.
before. And I'm gonna say this right here for me as well. Okay. Some of the particular white shit that I won't do is when I have to invest too much money in equipment just to show up and suck at it.
That is fair.
That's how I feel with skiing.
Camping.
Camping.
Okay. But bitch, if somebody invited you on a glamping trip, you would go.
I am going glamping. In fact, I am planning something called GAM. Is it GAM? No, what is it called? GAM.
My invite must be stuck somewhere.
It's GAM.
Yeah, I didn't get that
GAM
invite
camp.
either, Laiya.
No,
Huh?
I'm still in the planning process.
Okay.
It's called GAMS.
Oh, okay.
It's called Grown Ass Woman Camp.
Ooh,
Okay.
I'm
So
curious.
that's GAW. That ain't an M. Because I can't spell. Whatever. Grown ass women.
Okay, so we got the jacuzzi. The jacuzzi in the winter thing. I'm here to tell you that that is a yes for me. I vote yes at any time because that is some of the best rest I've ever gotten. And that little juxtaposition between hot and cold, it is fantastic feeling and invigorating. So there's mine.
I'm down. I want to try it.
You should.
You know what? I could try that. I could try.
You should.
There's no falling involved, and I think I could do it.
And I don't have to put my head under the water because I wrote that down on my list as fun things white people do. Swim at a moment's notice.
Swim at a moment's notice.
Yes. What is that like? Like, let's go swimming. Wait a minute. Did you look at my hair? I didn't get it braided. Hold on. Do I have to go underneath the water? Wait, so hold on. Let me just think because I got to think about what I'm going to do after we go swimming. Are we going out? Because, hold up.
I don't know. I've given up that ghost because I'm natural and I've been for a long time. And I know that there's gaylays to wear and hats of all kinds. So I'm not tripping. I love to go swimming. That just makes me happy.
Yeah, I've been natural for a lot of years too. I mean, I did go through a period of time where I had a sew-in, and that was a nightmare for.
I can't imagine was Dia taking care of it? I don't.
See, this is what I don't like. See, I try something, and then you want to put me out there like I don't know what I'm doing. Like, listen, I've done all the things. I done had the wigs, the sewing, the natural. I done all that.
I remember that.
And
I thought it was cute.
I had it for a second.
I did. I thought that was cute. I was like, okay,
Thank you.
Jill.
I had it
Thank
once.
you, Jill.
That shit is maintenance. I'm cool.
Yeah, I can't
It is
take
maintenance.
that. The itching portion of the show. I can't take that portion.
Yeah, no,
I
I'm
can't
cool.
take
I
that
need
portion
to
of
be
the
able
show
to feel
either.
my scalp.
I was weird.
That's why I stopped doing it.
Can black girls use the clamps like the white girls do? You know how that dude used to
We
sell
definitely use those now.
Okay, all right, okay.
I don't know what
Natural
you're talking
girls,
about. What clamps?
Weave clamp, like hair clamps. You know how they just clamp the hair on top of their hair. And they make a weave. Like it's their hair right here, and then underneath they'll like just clamp some pieces. It's real fast. You ain't gotta just cornrow your hair no more. See shit white people do, but now we do it, and that's great for us.
Yeah, I will say that the wigs, the weave, the sew-ins, the clips and clamps, I promise you that was some white people shit that black women took, and now we have run with it. Like all of that did not originate with us, and we have become the masters of such.
Yeah.
So I'm with that.
Now they're bad
true.
white girl weaves. Now it's like you looking at the white girl like, oh, girls.
Yeah, it's
Like,
just
girl, you're late.
unfortunate that we don't have a bigger stake or the stake in the hair business. That's the unfortunate portion of the show.
Well, the millennials are starting to change that a bit.
Yeah.
I will say
that.
Yes, I will say that you know, and there was a time where very easy to find a black woman who will sell you some hair. Now, was she manufacturing the hair? No. But
she going to China to pick it
now
up?
now we have black Malaysia, the whole thing. But now we have black owned hair supplies, black owned hair suppliers, all that good stuff. It's the black people. The blacks are getting all into
black beauty
the
supply places. Y'all, I found a black beauty supply place in California. Shout out to Beauty Bees. I'm just saying.
Shout out.
Yes. Can I do another fun white thing that maybe is not as expensive, but I'm glad that black people are now on it?
No.
Yeah, go ahead.
No.
Mama Maya? Mama Maya? Is that how it go?
Girl, talk your shit. You don't need permission from nobody in here. Get it.
I'm happy happy that Black people are hiking now. And I think that's something, I just think that's something that can be done on all coasts, you know. And I'm just excited to see more Black people as I hike on mountains and we nod to each other. It's just nice. I'm just saying that was originally a white person's thing, but we're hiking now.
You know what? I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna say that that's a Black thing because you hike from
Originally,
Tennessee to Philadelphia barefoot. Okay, that's
Ma'am,
hiking.
That's true.
Girl.
That might have been why we didn't come back to it so fast. I didn't think about that.
Ma'am, through the mountains, through the mud, through the guck.
Past the snakes and the wolves.
I guess the ancestors would be being like, wait, y'all walking just to be walking for fun and fitness? I guess that, okay, I got it. Okay.
Exactly.
I'ma
They
claim
just did
that
a
one.
reenactment.
We hiking for freedom.
I'm gonna claim that one.
Ma'am, they
Yeah.
just did a reenactment of a slave revolt down in Louisiana, 26 miles. To reenact a slave revolt, which they walked 26 miles. Do you hear me? From plantations to the next to try to set it off.
Does that take days? I don't even know.
You know,
Ma'am, I don't know, and I don't want to know.
That is a gigantic shout out of praise, respect, and adoration because even if I had the newest Nikes and sunscreen, bug spray,
She said the newest Nikes. I can't.
that is not something that I want to do.
Jill with a machete.
What?
26 miles with a machete.
What?
Heavy. I mean, I think so.
In a muslin dress.
Add.
I don't even know what that is, but that sounds hot.
Just add barefoot. Just add that. Just add
And that's
that.
how we did it.
Golly.
No, I think Harry, I haven't seen the movie yet, but I think she had some shoes.
Well, that was the second trip.
Second trip, she got the shoes.
Oh, shit.
I just made that up, but I believe. I believe she was like, I'm gonna go back.
See, that's how Black History memes get made right there. That's how Black History memes get made. Somebody went to their computer just now, was about to make a meme.
Yep. But her and her Jordans. Second time around.
Like,
second time around.
Harriet didn't have no shoes
No.
to the second trip.
Yep.
Shut up and enjoy life.
Yeah, she figured that out. Was like, wait a minute. That first time was. I mean, everybody. The first time you do something is hard. The second time she did it, the 30th time she did it was hard. So please don't get me wrong, okay? All respect due to that woman, that fierce warrior, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna watch the movie. Fine, Jill.
What I'm saying is that she figured. I'm sure she had to figure that out. That I can't make this trip, or I don't want to make this trip barefoot again.
Right.
Not again.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I saw Glory. It was, that shit was fucked up. You seen Denzel's feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a movie, though.
See, I'm going.
Shut up, Jill. Wasn't it based on something real?
This is where I
You
go.
made me
This is where I
laugh
eat
that
a-
other laugh.
This is where I eat some edamame and leave y'all right here. This is where I go
No,
get
more
my
fun
snack.
right there. I haven't listened. More fun. Come on, what you got,
Okay, let's
AJ?
go. Okay. I'm gonna move
Who
on.
is next? Move on.
What you
What's
got,
next?
Jill? What you got?
Freaking safari.
I want to do that. I want to. Well, is it culturally appropriate? Oh, well,
Listen, I'm here to tell you.
Okay, 'cause you did
I
it.
got the hookup. I can't even.
You the ladies
front.
detective, so I know you know people.
That's right. When I got to Botswana, they were like, "We want you to be the travel spokesperson for Botswana. So we're going to give you the golden ticket." I went to 5 different safaris.
You know what?
Listen,
This is the first time you saying that you like the president of Botswana. I would have been gone.
oh,
I would've been
my
gone.
God. Oh my God. Okay, the first.
Can we
Y'all know
name
that.
drop? Can we name drop when we go?
Yes, please. The first time I went, we were in Gaborone, which is a big city in Botswana. We flew from Gaborone to Maun. That's another city. And then we went from Maun by helicopter to the Kalahari Desert. Most people say the Kalahari, but it's, just so you know what I'm talking about.
Say it again. Kalahari.
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 Yes. Yes. First of all, that place is silent. Scary silent. There's no buildings. There's no electricity to make that hum. There are no cars. It is a gigantic desert. Never been to that before. So, of course, putting my foot down on the ground and realizing my foot on the ground made no sound, well, it was like being on the moon. Blew my mind.
Wow.
Blew my mind.
Yeah, I had a similar experience outside of Vegas, which is clearly not the same.
Somebody get Asia. Where's she going?
No, forget y'all. See, y'all gonna have to look. Y'all gonna give America its props.
Not in comparison to the continent.
Go ahead.
Listen, it wasn't the Kalahari, but I had a similar experience is what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is we drove out of Vegas because I'm really not a big fan. Peace and love to whoever is from Vegas. They probably are not living on the strip anywhere. But I'm not really a big fan of Vegas. I'm an asthmatic. I can't do the smoke, whatever. So Fatina and I drove out of the city and just said, we're just going to drive out and drive towards the Hoover. And then we went to this other national park. And it's the same thing. When you go out into the national park, which is out in the desert, it's the same thing. Silence. You understand? Like, it's deafening. You go out there and it's like, there's nobody here. No one.
It's amazing.
And it's easy to not run into other hikers. Like, it's very easy.
Okay, I need you to add animals. I need you to add wild animals that are minding their business.
Yes,
okay, so
snakes and birds for sure.
There were not a lot of animals in the desert. There was some zebra occasionally.
I'm sorry, there was some. What was it? What was it?
Zebra.
Oh,
okay. There's a difference between zebras and zebras.
What is that? The president Botswana?
Botswana. It's Botswana.
I'm sorry. Botswana.
Yes. Zebras are black with white stripes, and zebras are white with black stripes.
Oh my God. Okay.
Y'all believe that shit?
Yeah. Oh, is that a lie? Bitch, that's a lie.
I was today years old.
Don't you do your J.ill Scott boys and act like we ain't gonna believe it. That's some bullshit.
No, zebras and zebras, the same damn thing. just say it different.
I hate you. But see, memes. Right
I was gonna
there.
teach somebody something after we got off the phone.
I was literally writing it down like I'm about to tell the kids. I'm about to tell the kids.
Okay. So on this safari, they take you out. It's fantastic. My toilet was mahogany. Okay, I had an outdoor shower and an indoor shower, and the tub was made of brass. And
what the fuck?
Listen, if you're gonna do it, doggone it, save your money, spend your time, and do it. It's fantastic. Yeah. They serve breakfast every day and lunch and amazing meals.
Oh, it's like Blended. The Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore movie when they went to South Africa to the safari.
That must be what it's like, because I don't know.
I've seen that movie before.
But I know
it was pretty luxurious.
Fantastic experience. And then you go to the Okavango Delta, and that's a whole other safari. That's in the jungle. And you're minding your business, doing what you do, and the lion roars, and the whole jungle shuts the fuck up. Everybody, insects, everybody be like, grab it.
I want to go.
It's amazing. You feel the lion's roar all around you, everywhere, under your feet, behind you, in front of you. You hear it everywhere, and everything stops. It is like it's a testament to the glory of God and the power of His creation. And with the green is so green, and the animals, they are funny. They are funny. They laugh at each other. They sing at night. Everything sings at night. It is incredible. I would suggest.
Now I don't know whether to believe her. Asia, you believe her?
You have to. You have to.
Zebra thing. Okay.
You have to. It's literally.
Just saying, I'm just not going to repeat none of it. Like, I'm going to hear it.
I don't have time to lie. I'm just
not going to tell nobody.
I don't.
Not until I go. When I go, I'm like, okay, that's been authenticated. But no, I will say this. Still, I maintain.
I'm offended.
Just
said
'cause I'm
zebra.
joking.
Bitch, you
You
said zebra.
I know.
You had me in. I was in.
Me too, like. Be learning something from the lady detective. Go ahead, girl.
No. Girl, bye. Don't be.
Okay, I'm just going with safari as some white people shit that we definitely need to take over. Like, we definitely need to enjoy that.
I have to say this. Several of the things that we talked about so far, again, just feel like luxury items too, though. Like, yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
Jill's.
Okay, so yeah.
Jill's, but I got some. I mean, hiking wasn't luxury. I
It is.
Hiking's not luxury,
It
no.
is.
Well, no, because you can hike. Listen, let me tell you something. You can hike in Philly, and most people don't even take advantage of hiking in Philly and the Wissahickon and seeing all the beautiful hidden statues and stuff in the forest. So, you can hike in your local area. I ain't falling for it.
All right. That's fair
I went to
enough.
the Wissahickon Trail for the first time this year. I'm going to just go ahead and put it out there.
And
that's my first time. And I was really, really impressed. I said, well, I didn't know this was in the middle of the city like this.
They have waterfalls. Yes.
Yeah, they have waterfalls. They also have something called the Devil's Pool. And people just be jumping off, like swinging on that rope. Which brings me to other things that white people do that I did try when I was in Costa Rica.
You jumped off a rope?
Is swinging on that rope. When you swing on the rope and then jump in the water.
Did you do it in time? Did you fall?
I did it in time.
Okay, because I watched Ridiculousness. Okay.
I did do it in time. However, I did have to hold my nose because I got scared. So it went from being free like the white people to being like I had to.
Right, because you can't have water in your nose.
No,
white people don't want water in their nose. They just jump in any direction.
You had to Shantae that.
And my left titty came out because I had on like a bandeau bikini.
Why did you have a bandeau bikini on, G-Cup?
First of all, because they needed this big brown love out there, girl.
Get it.
I had to be out if I was going to be out in the forest in the waterfall, girl, they was going to get all this brown round. You hear me?
Can I say that in this conversation, another thing that came up between with the two, what you guys just said that I noticed that fun things that white people do that black people might not do. White people explore their cities that they live in all forms of fashion. White people knew about the Wissahickon Trail. No shade to you, Asia, because a white person.
No, you're right.
A white person showed me the Wissahickon Trail. So I'm like, but white people seem to really know the intricacies of their towns, like the fun things. I don't know. It's weird.
Well, no, I mean, you're right. I accept that. I know that I do get into a comfort zone with my space and with, where I live. I like my little coffee shop. I like my little this and my little that. And I'm really comfortable in my neighborhood and forget that the city is as big as it is. And, you venture other places and you're like, oh, wow, this is really nice. Or this restaurant or this little shopping district or this kind of thing. You're absolutely right. But I will say this much. One thing that helped me see the city more was supporting black businesses because there's no black business district. And if you go out of your way to support black businesses, you end up going all over the city.
Here.
That's a good way to see the city.
That's nice.
We've just been able, there's more, luxury finance than we've ever had. And there's more desire to get off the block than there ever was. Even if you go back to the block, just to go outside of it and expand, is now a real desire. And I think that's what's up. Do y'all
think that social media and people being able to see others travel and do their thing has inspired folks to kind of, spread their wings a bit?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't have a travel noir. You know what I'm saying? Now we have a website where we can just find out about all aspects of black travel around the world. That's fucking amazing.
It is.
And you can actually see black people at a safari.
Travel group. There are black travel groups now. They all over Facebook. And that would just be my dream. Just to get black people to lead a country, and black kids to be able to lead a country. So, because once you leave the country and you see other things, you want to go somewhere else next. Where's my next place? Well, how am I going to do it? I got to work a little harder. I got to pay attention in school.
I mean, that is true. And once you get outside of your block, you know what I mean? So once you get outside of your block, the more you see, the more you want to do. The more you do, the more you want to see. That's just the way it works.
And also, too, you have there's a thing where Black folks what's available to us, sometimes we just don't feel comfortable in places. And that's just that white gaze thing where we feel uncomfortable going to places we think we don't belong there. I've experienced that with my family, times when we've taken the kids on certain trips or to do something or an activity, and we're the only Black family there. And oftentimes we might spend 10, 15 minutes talking about it. Finally, I had to put my foot down. I was like, I don't want to hear nothing else about us being the only Black people here.
Right.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't even want to address it. Because I'm like, we're so worried about how these white folks are seeing us. We're not even enjoying.
You're having fun.
We're not even having fun. Yeah. Like, forget all of that. Stop being worried about where you belong and where you don't belong and this, that, and the other. We're joking around about what white people do. But at the end of the day, it's that thing in the back of our minds that say things are not for us. When the world is for us, it's all for us.
Yeah.
And let's not fall down.
That was a whole Blackest episode. No, that meant don't. That's relative.
When I moved my grandmom to Mount Laurel, New Jersey from North Philly, she got out the car, was a total surprise that she was moving. I just told them to pack. I mean, they didn't know where they were going, but I told them to pack. So they did. And when she saw her house and the flowers and everything, and she said, "Are they gonna let us stay here?"
Oh.
You know, that's she's born in 1917, you know, so she had seen it all. Yeah. She was there for the 30s and the 40s and the 50s and the 60s, you know, the whole gamut. She saw it all. So, you know, there's still, I think, a certain amount of fear, like you said, Aja, that you're going to get somewhere and you're not going to fit in, or they're going to, you know, you're going to feel uncomfortable. Like, after a while, it started to tickle me that every time I went to Aspen, they thought I was the nanny. And whose family are you with? I'm with King Jaffer's family. Fuck you.
Not Jaffer's family.
That's who I'm with.
They like, who that though?
Ask about me.
Well, I would just remind all Black folks that are considering going into these spaces to know that everywhere we go, we add flavor. And even when they're trying to act like you don't, they feel it. So enjoy the feeling. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind.
Well, I don't do this, but I have a girlfriend who just ventured into it. And she has actually meshed together this idea of like wellness spaces like yoga into like an act of resistance. So it's like specifically about creating yoga specific, but all wellness spaces that are geared toward Black people. And I also follow this page on Instagram called the Nap Ministry.
The Nap. Oh, this sounds interesting. The Nap Ministry.
The Nap.
I'm going
Ministry.
to it right now. Keep talking.
Yes. And she talks about how she has created this space to fight capitalism, to fight white supremacy, but mostly she's speaking from a womanist perspective. So even though she's never been specific that this wellness space is geared towards Black people, she's never said, oh, this is only for Black people. She has centered the Black woman and her needs as the inspiration for and the voice for the space.
Nice.
So I kind of like the idea of, you know, and things about wellness, resting.
Oh my God, I love her
these
mission,
are things,
Asia. Her mission, we examine the liberating power of naps. We believe rest is a form of resistance and reparations. We install nap experiences. What? Follow now. Yes.
I'm following.
Girl, it's my favorite place.
That's
oh my
what's
God.
up.
I love being Black.
You know what? It's such an interesting place to be because it's not, is it? That's the question I'm going to ask you, ladies. Is it that we are trying to distance ourselves from everybody else? Or are we trying to celebrate and uplift ourselves?
It's a middle of all kinds of middles in there, right?
Talk to me.
like we didn't always, like it starts with what we were talking about earlier about having the access to some of these things that now we're enjoying, right? Like not even thinking we have the time because of our daily activities. And then, wait, what was the second option you said, Jill? You said the last one you said?
Is it distancing ourselves or is it uplifting ourselves?
Well, I don't know. Because, see, for me, I think a certain amount of distance is needed in order to heal oneself. So if we're going through something as an individual, you might decide to sequester yourself just a little bit. Oh, I need my space, in order to heal. So I need to kind of create a healing space for myself first and then invite others into it. So I think, there is a bit of distance that's there that I think is really necessary. But then also the part about uplifting yourself also too, and we just talked about it in terms of the NAP ministry, is the centering of oneself. A lot of times it's not that we don't want to share spaces. It's just that we don't want to go into a space that either hasn't considered us or doesn't look at us as normative. So we're always an addition.
Yeah.
We're the sprinkles on top. We would like to be the actual ice cream. We would like to normalize us being at the center.
Yeah, but I'm just saying I really appreciate these thoughts, because it's something that we should consider if we are just distancing ourselves. Because I know this. I know that if the aliens came tomorrow, I don't care who it is that's going to help me. And I don't think anybody would care if I were to help them. I think they'd be so happy, to get some help.
So, Jill, that's why I said make sure you just in the right hands when it's time, when the revolution comes, when the aliens come, when the aliens come.
They be done told the aliens, all the black people live down there on 49th in Baltimore. Go get them.
Y'all act like y'all ain't remember Cosmic Slop when they did the episode where all the people that was darker than a brown paper bag got to go to the alien planet.
I've been looking for Cosmic Slop. I've been looking for it. Why can't I find it?
They don't want you to.
I can't find it. I've been looking. Why can't I find it?
Do you remember that episode? Do you remember that?
I don't remember anything. I need to see that. Why is it hiding from me?
I'm going to find it for you because, it feels you.
Hook me up.
Do we have one last white people shit that we would like to highlight on today's show?
I'm going to just go ahead and say freedom. Now.
Well, then. All right.
Yes, Mother Jill.
Yep.
Come on.
I'm going to go ahead and say freedom.
Teach these mother...
A free what? How you say it? How you say it? Free... free...
What you saying? What?
How you pronounce it?
How do you do that?
Freedom. Yeah. Freedom.
Oh, yes.
Freedom.
Amen.
I'm here for it.
Yes, to live and wild and live fancy free. What is it?
Free of fear, honey. Isn't that what Nina Simone said?
Yes.
Amen.
I'm certain that everybody prays, or something like it on their way or on their children's way, out into this world, because the world is a lot and it can be crazy. I'm certain of these things, but there's a different kind of prayer, y'all. It's a different kind of prayer when it's a black woman and her children or a black father and his children. It's a different kind of prayer because we don't know where, we don't know how. And typically right outside the door, is a whole world waiting to devour our children.
Yes, indeed.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm all the way into that.
I'll take some of that. I'll take all you can get.
How do you eat an elephant?
One bite at a time. Hi everyone, Eve's the producer here. If you don't know, now you know that it's resource time, the part of the show where we walk the walk and give you something you can take with you to learn something new or do something meaningful. Since we're talking about things white people like today, we're going to recommend some ways for you to find the good white fun in your area. Laiya suggests checking out NPR or your local city paper, the one that's always sitting in front of your favorite local coffee shop. I can't drop a link for your local paper in the description, but you can Google it. Let us know what you find. Thank you for listening to Jill Scott Presents J.ill, the podcast. This podcast is hosted by Jill Scott, Laiya St. Clair, and Aja Graydon Dantzler. Its executive producers are Jill Scott, Sean G., and Brian Calhoun. It's produced by Laiya St. Clair and me, Eve Jeffcoat. The editing and sound design for this episode were done by Taylor Chacoin. Aja, I hate to interrupt you. I'm sorry. You were saying Black and older, but I can hear your chewing on mic. So if you could just pause for a second. So I really want you to eat. I really do. I want all my Black people fed. But
I'm so sorry. You're like, Aja, when you go to talk, you need to not have food in your mouth. Okay, I got it.
Excuse me, Eves. Can you keep this moment?
Yes, yes, please. Do not erase that. J.ill is a production of iHeartRadio.
For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.